1. Playing tennis on a flying plane? Yes, you read that right. This is a real photo of Gladys Roy and Ivan Unger, casually playing a game of tennis, on top of a plane flying at 3,000 feet. No safety harnesses, no nets, just pure thrill. This was part of the 1920s trend of wing walking, a stunt that entertained crowds but came with serious risks. 2. The Macy's Thanksgiving Parade 1939 edition. These eerie-looking balloons were part of the 1939 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, an annual event that continues to this day. While modern floats are high-tech and colorful, these vintage ones have a certain haunting charm that makes them unforgettable. 3. The Most Beautiful Child in America 1927. Meet Marsha Pinkenfield, the winner of the 1927 Most Beautiful Child in America contest. During this era, beauty pageants weren't just for adults. Children were judged based on facial symmetry, poise, and charm. 4. A baby playing with alligators. Yes, this is exactly what it looks like. A baby casually surrounded by baby alligators at a California alligator farm. In the early 1900s, these farms allowed visitors, even children, to interact with the reptiles up close. Today, we know better than to let a toddler sit in a pile of potential predators. 5. Honoring the fallen horses of World War I. After World War I, officers gathered to pay tribute to the countless horses lost in battle. Horses played a crucial role in warfare, carrying soldiers and supplies through treacherous conditions. This solemn moment was a reminder of the sacrifices made, not just by men, but by animals too. 6. A human portrait of Woodrow Wilson. This isn't just any tribute. It's a living photograph created using over 20,000 men. Such massive human formations were a popular way to honor figures in history before drone photography and digital effects. 7. Smoking on the Job 1927 Tour de France. Here's a shot of Julien Vervac and Maurice Geldhoff, two Tour de France riders casually taking a cigarette break during the 1927 race. Hard to imagine today's elite athletes doing this mid-competition. 8. The weirdest job ever? This smiling fellow is a lab technician who studied how well lipstick lasted by observing couples kissing. Talk about an unusual way to make a living. 9. The Beauty Calibrator, a face measuring device. Invented by Max Factor, this odd contraption, called a beauty calibrator, was meant to pinpoint exactly where a woman's face needed makeup adjustments. Sounds futuristic, but in reality, it was just a very bizarre metal cage. 10. A store covered in coats. This is Danish clothier Christian Troelstrup, who decided to market his business by covering his building with over 1,000 coats. Well, that's certainly one way to grab attention. 11. Pharaoh-themed gas pumps. After the discovery of King Tut's tomb, Egyptian culture took the world by storm. Even in gas stations, these Pharaoh-themed pumps in the UK showed just how deep the fascination went. 12. The World's Most Beautiful Legs 1951 edition. Here are the contestants of the 1951 World's Most Beautiful Legs competition. Unlike beauty contests today, these focus purely on leg shape, symmetry, and length. 13. Motorcycle prison transport, a short-lived idea. Transporting prisoners using motorcycles. This odd contraption didn't stick around long for obvious safety reasons, but it's a fascinating glimpse into early law enforcement experiments. 14. The man who survived a gunshot between the eyes. Meet Jacob Miller, a Civil War veteran who was shot directly between the eyes and survived. He lived another 17 years after the injury, making him one of history's most incredible survivors. 15. NYC Tour Buses, 1904 edition. New York City's first tour buses in 1904 looked a bit different from today's air-conditioned double-deckers. Open-air wooden seats and exposed to the elements. Definitely not the most comfortable ride. 16. President Johnson's amphibious car prank. President Lyndon B. Johnson loved pranking his guests by driving them straight into a lake in his amphicar, a car designed to function on both land and water. Imagine the panic before they realized the car could float. 17. The first motorized surfboard, 1948. Inventor Joe Gilpin rides his motorized surfboard, looking as stylish as ever. While this invention didn't revolutionize surfing, it was an early attempt at motorized water sports. 18. The headdress that's almost bigger than the actress. This is actress Jessie Matthew, posing with an incredibly oversized headdress. While glamorous, one can only imagine how heavy and impractical it must have been to wear. 19. Buried in Grapes, 1930 Queen of the Vineyards. Meet Wilma Smith, the 1930 Queen of the Vineyards, literally buried head to toe in grapes. This was part of a promotional event to celebrate the wine industry. 20. The car that earned the first ever speeding ticket. This vehicle belonged to Walter Arnold, who received the world's first speeding ticket in 1896 for going a shocking 8 miles per hour in a 2 miles per hour zone. 21. A suit made of peanuts? Yes, this was a thing. Back in the day, peanut sellers would actually wear suits covered in peanuts to promote their business. Talk about a walking advertisement.